Musicroom.com. Everything for the musician.
So as you can hear, the 50 drum kits sound incredible, but if you want to take it on to the next level and personalize each kit to your own specific tastes, we can with the V-Edit function. Let me show you how. So let's edit our first instrument. We press Instrument and hit the drum we want to edit. On this instance, we're going to take the snare drum. Let's go and press Edit, and you see we have a wooden snare drum. If I turn my jog wheel, I can play a steel snare drum or a brass snare drum. Now if I want that brass snare drum to cut a little bit more, I press the down cursor and adjust the shell depth, so almost turning it into a piccolo drum. I can go from a 1-inch drum that will really cut down to a 20-inch snare drum. So let's go around 5, the ideal sort of studio sort of sound. If I press the head button, you see I'm on a clear drum skin. Now I can change that to a coated or a pinstripe. And if I press the down cursor, I can tune the head up or down. So let's go up, select a coated drum, and go to the final screen, which is the muffle screen. So if you're in a studio situation with this kit and the engineer is complaining about overtones, let's adjust the muffling. Now we can have 1 bit of tape on the drum, 2 bits of tape, donuts 1 or donuts 2. And as you can hear, all the overtones have gone. Let's go back to tape 2. If I press my down cursor, I can adjust the strainer, give you more or less snare. So loose, almost off, to a tight snare drum. So every angle is covered. So now let's edit a floor tom. So once again, press Instrument, hit the drum you want to edit. The screen will change the tom. So you can see on the screen we have a 16-inch birch tom-tom. If I press Edit, we can now change the shell depth. So that's normal, deep 1 or deep 2. We'll go back to normal. The next button is head. Just like the snare drum, we can play coated, pinstripe or clear. So we'll go clear. We can also tune the toms. So a real meaty tom. Muffling wise, once again, gives you the tape function and felt. So all the overtones are killed. But what we can also do is add snare buzz on or off. It's as simple as that. Now let's edit a bass drum. So, Instrument, it's on tom-tom from the last screen. Hit the bass drum, and there it is. Edit. Muffling, once again, what we can have now is tape. 1, 2, we can have a blanket or a weight. If we go to the head screen, coated, pinstripe or clear for more attack, and we can obviously tune it down or up. Finally, the shell, we can have a normal, deep 1 like the toms, and also deep 2 for that real cannon. The ultimate kick drum. So now let's edit a ride cymbal. As always, press Instrument, hit the instrument you want to edit, and then let's press edit. Now firstly, we can go to the size screen and adjust the size of the ride cymbal from a 1-inch cymbal right the way through to a 40-inch ride cymbal. So let's go standard around a 20-inch cymbal. If I go to my next screen, it's sizzle. So if I'm playing jazz, it says sizzle here off. I can just simply turn my jog wheel once and I get rivets. Let's take them off again. Go to my final screen, which is sustain. Now I can adjust the amount of sustain I want to put on the cymbal, so I want to bring it right back. Or I can add it to the maximum. It's as simple as that. Finally, let's look at hi-hats and crashes. Instrument, there's your hi-hat, 14-inch hi-hat. I press edit, and I can change the size of the hi-hats just like the ride cymbal from 1-inch right the way through to 40-inch hi-hats. So I'll go for something like a 12. I can also have a fixed hi-hat, so normal, fixed 1, fixed 2, fixed 3, or fixed 4. Now I'm just going to hit the crash symbol, and look what happens. The screen changes. So I'm on my crash. I can change the size from 1-inch right the way through to 40 again. I can also add sizzle on the crashes, and once again I can add sustain right the way through from pretty much nothing to a big wash. So let's put all those various elements into practice and tune a whole kit. Let me show you how easy it is. Instrument, snare, edit. We'll go for a 1-inch snare drum and tune it really high. Hi-hats. 1-inch hi-hats. Bass drum. Tune it really high again. Ride cymbal. The size, 1-inch. And as we covered previously, the sustain. Take it right back. This is what you get. Let's look at the ambience feature. We press ambience, and you can see the room type. Now we can change the room type for different environments, whether we're practicing at home or in a studio. So we go from beach, there's little or no ring, right the way through to a dome stadium, where the overtones are clearly heard. If we go to the next button along, it's the room button. We can edit that room itself, so the actual size of the room is different, from a tiny right the way through to huge. We can also adjust the wall type, so we can go from wood to plaster, which will soak it up, to glass, which will make the noise really zing around everywhere. The mic position also, from high to low, and the actual room size. So there we have it, a quick crash course on the TD-12K. It's a real workhorse of a kit. It doesn't matter if you're a pro, it doesn't matter if you're a beginner. It's an absolutely inspirational tool. It feels great, it looks great, and it's so much fun. But don't just take my word for it, check one out for yourself.